So let's see what we got. TMPO, ACON, SFR, NAB, Getty, HOLA, HOLO, APLT. Good morning. Yeah, I have not looked at anything this morning. I was just looking and seeing these top movers out here. So this is what I've collected so far. TMPO up 101%, ACON 71%, SFR 24, NAB 61, GETY 59, HOLO 21, and then the other ones that I had from last week. But let me go ahead and look at some of this news. Starting with TMPO. Does not look like it has any news today. Okay. Looks like it had an acquisition, agrees to acquire Optimum Design back last month. Let's look at ACON. ACON announces a publication of 2-year outcomes in groundbreaking clinical trials. And this surgical outcomes for discogenic low back surgeries at chemically painful lumbar disc. Okay. Let's look at INAB. Presents positive results, remission of elevated, what is this? Remissions of elevated gamma delta T cells in 100% of evaluable treated leukemia patients. That may be some pretty hot news today. Definitely keep that one on watch. SFR. Nothing really hot on that one. It's up 20%. GETY. Trillium Capital issues proposal to acquire Getty Images. That's just an acquisition. HOLO. Nothing on today. MGRX was one that we saw last Friday. Ended up falling a whole lot. I just literally stopped looking at it. I had closed my charts and everything and went and did some other work, but you know, it did end up caving in. I just didn't like the way that it was just holding around that level. It seemed like it was just trapping longs, which it looks like it actually did on this 4-hour chart, and just came all the way back down here to the 154s. We do have a lot of sub $2 stocks moving. The only one that I see that has probably got the best news is INAB with the leukemia news. There'll probably be bots searching for keywords, and leukemia is probably a keyword in a lot of algorithms. So that's why we're seeing this setup, and that's why we're seeing this thing push up like this. So where would be a place for it to come and test back down to? Right now it's at the 179. It has these tops right here at the 150 for a little bit of support. 150 right across here. Let me make this bigger. Has previous consolidation, which is right above right now, 171. And yeah, So this 150 level looks to be a previous obvious level that it was coming into, and we'll see how it holds during the open. But for right now, it has the best looking catalyst to me. But we'll see if they want to let go of their conviction on TMPO, which has no real reason to be up 97% right now, still up 11 million shares. So I would like to see that fall first, which I think it can fall very quickly. It threw a high up there of 170, right at the 175-ish level. Didn't quite reach it. Same thing with most of these little dollar stocks, except INAB continues to push out. Good morning. Jimmy called out NLST. 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 Up 35% there. Let me look at this news. NLST. Okay. Let's see. Netlist wins a $303 million in patent infringement trial against Samsung. Netlist schedules, or yeah, that's the big news. Let me read that. Okay. Today announced it won this 303 million damages award against Samsung Electronics Company, Samsung Semiconductor Inc., and Samsung Electronics America, in the district for the Eastern District of Texas. The award resulted from a jury trial that lasted 6 days and involved 5 netlist patents, U.S. patent. Okay. The products found to infringe these patents were all Samsung DDRM. So this is memory for this is memory for computers. Looks like RAM with and high bandwidth memory. Okay, 3 components. We'll see how that plays out. I'll definitely leave that there. I'll go ahead and clean up some of these from last week that ended up kind of gapping off. EYPT. EYPT. Nothing. PRTS. Or PRST. Nothing. APLT. MGRX continuing down, so that's dead to me. Just focusing on these top gappers and top volume movers. Let's actually flip out here and look through some of these floats for some of these. So starting with TMPO, top volume mover. Float looking like 3.13 million. So that's going to be very attractive to people that don't care about catalysts, that just want to see a low float. Very, very risky though. Let's see their profile. They're based out of California, United States. They're electronic components. So remember, the catalyst that we saw today was about electronic components, which was the 303 million whatever electronic components, and the other catalysts were medical based, right? So who's gonna take the cake, the medical stocks or the big win against Samsung for the electronic parts? So that is TMPO. Let's look at INAB. Actually, let me cross-reference each of these to see what they look like on these other sites, TMPO. TMPO, no shelf registration on it. Shares float on FinViz say the shares float are 19.96. Now over here on Yahoo, did we not just see 3 million something? Little bit of inconsistency in the reporting there. Oops. Okay, not even over here on the short squeeze. Let's go on to the next one. A little bit of inconsistency on TMPO and a lack of catalyst. INAB has a float of 9.8 million. Insiders got 25% insiders holding that, and then 8% on the institutions. Shelf registration for the 22nd of not the 22nd, November of last year. INAB. Insiders holding that thing 33%, 16%. Nice. Float over here is 18.20 million. I don't know. There's maybe FinViz is running behind because FinViz is it has a delay in it, so maybe it doesn't start updating. But I know it has like a 20 some kind of delay in it. Maybe it's just the delayed information there. But over here it says shares float on the short squeeze as well as 8 million. Let's look at his profile. Biotechnology out of New York, US. And they're working on the gamma T cell therapies for the treatment. And I think this was a leukemia drug, which is going to be a hot word that the bots will zoom in on. Let's look at ACOIN, ACON. Healthcare, health information services, 7 full-time employees out of Colorado, Broomfield, Colorado. Company develops post-process suite software applications comprising that receives the raw unprocessed MRS exam data. Okay, so they're more of a medical IT company. I got 4.98 million. What in the world? Did this thing just drop? Oh yeah. FR dropping through the floor. That is no longer a big gapper. That thing's only up 4% now. So not too worried about that guy. I'm gonna remove that one. Only 4 million shares traded. We're gonna still continue to clean up this thing as new things pop in. NLST sitting right under the 570 mark. And looked like it was riding up Friday, from the 3s all the way up here to the 4, and then I guess this would be a gap up 4 up to 5 something. 35% on the board. Let me also look back at my little dividends, see how they're doing today. Hopefully they continue to come down. Definitely focused on these banking stocks. Looking for them to kind of find a settling spot. Schwab came up, had a little run up, but of course there are a lot of questions about the financials and things of the banks that they reported. So I'm looking for this to kind of find a little settling point. Came down here towards the 48 twice. And so I'm just looking on where I want to start on that one. Ally Bank, same thing, had a little run up and now relaxing. Bank of America, same deal. All of them had the same deal. Citi, Regions Financial, and a couple of these other ones. And all of these pay out dividends too. Some of these pay out monthly dividends. Some of these pay out quarterly, and then some pay annually. But this is the dividend yield annually, whatever that is. And then, you know, you can kind of see the dividend amount per share. $1 per share, $1.20, you know. Go over here and look at these other ones. Square, PayPal. PayPal definitely settling down around that 75 level. And Square, it's kind of similar deal there. Lori says HOLO is a runner. I don't know. It's got a lot of competition. I think INAB is looking better with the catalyst. But Holo, let me see what they're. Oh, they got the Bed Bath and Beyond news in there. Let's see what they talking about. Holo. Let's see. MicroCloud hologram shares resume trade following circuit breaker. Human GPT. Let's see. Yeah, I think the leukemia ticker is gonna take it on today. I don't know about Holo. If they can outdo the leukemia, then that's crazy. That's crazy. All right, so let's actually wow, this thing continues to go over 220. Had this previous consolidation level right here at the 170s. And is there any next obvious consolidation level? There's a lot of consolidation, but is it obvious though? And we jump over here to TOS. We can see the high point was $10.32, came all the way down here. Has the 200 moving average right here at around the 190, 193. So it's at 220 right now. So it's right about here. And I mean, where's a obvious level that it can check back into? 170s or yeah, 170 looks like a spot, definitely. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it never comes down. Maybe it just pumps. Let's jump back over here. TMPO coming on down. It's about now, like we like to look at this thing catching up with TMPO. The volume coming on up. 9 million. I'm pretty sure by the open time, INAB will have more volume. It's just more eyes. I mean, people opening up their scanners right now. They're like, oh, something's up 111%. Let's go look at that first. Acon with 6 million shares on the board. So we'll see. Lori says HOLO maybe better as a swing. And she says, I'm so excited for BBBY after the drop. It will have an explosion to the upside. BBBY. Bed Bath and Beyond. Had a gap down here. What, 15 cents? Okay. It's down 29% right now. 90 million shares on it. Okay. They announced bankruptcy. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Oh man. They're at 20 cents. They announced bankruptcy. It'd be a different thing if they were like going and doing an offer and trying to get their price back up. But they like, nah, we good. We going to OCC. We going to get them pink sheets. Good for you. We'll buy super low for the last pump. We'll see. But that's, you're getting in before your expectations are met. So I can see where you're going with that. You're trying to get in, while it's low, while it's got some okay prices. Especially if you're trying to swing it. I mean, if you're building a smaller position slowly, then it can work out, possibly, as long as you're not just jumping in with 5,000 shares or 10,000 shares at 20 cents. All right, so NA NI or INAB continue to push up, looking like it wants to touch the 250. So I man, this thing is active. Catching up very quickly in volume to TMPO, about to pass it, I think. So this move was from the 107 up here to the 239s on the 4-hour chart. Biggest candle on the hour, or on the 15-minute. Let's see, 105 up to the 158. Looks like the biggest one. So about 58 cents. 42 up to 67, 70, 30 cents. 67 up to about 2 something. 166, and it continues to press. So this one's definitely going to take the cake on today. A lot of people on it, and it's got range. You said INAB is almost at resistance. Yeah, yeah. It is pushing up there quite a bit, and longs have been winning for quite a bit. So when is the cycle going to transition to the short play? Will the shorts jump on early and get squeezed over the top of 289, or will this thing actually hold here at $3? Looks like a little bit of resistance right up here across this level, right under the 3. What will happen? Either a continual squeeze, very strong short squeeze, or a failure and a retest of maybe some of these lows here around like the 180s, 175, or lower, 150. But we're about to see. But I think either way it goes, this is either going to be the one that people are shorting or the one that people are going long on for right now. So it's going to need to, well, 250, continue to push up. Very extended play. 3 minutes. I mean, 3 15-minute candles of just going straight up. An hour and 30 minutes. Straight up. It's the one I'm watching for sure. For a dip, of course. But I can't really identify any super obvious levels. I can see in here. I think my interest point is going to have to be that 175. If it can see 175, I'll be interested. Since it is a low float and it can have a big range. If it comes back down here, maybe I'll give it a try. But if it stops up here, though, it may stop before. Like if it stops at $2, it pulls down to 2 and continues higher, I may miss the trade. Because I really want to see it under 2. But we will see. I would love to actually under 2 is, if we look right here, under 2 is still pretty close. The VWAP right now before it recalculates is at 198, so it's right at the $2. So under 2, yeah. That's where I want to see it fail. BBBY breaking down those 20s, going on down 33% on the day. We have about 2 minutes to the bell. Donnell says looking for pullback on NAB, $3 top possible. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that $3 is looking like it's gonna be a definitely with all these people in here. Like let's say if they bought down here at $1, 125, and they were just in here holding, and now they're sitting up here at obvious resistance at $3. Why wouldn't you sell if you made all this money? Is my question. But I don't know. Maybe they're holding for a longer period, but I don't know. Will the supply up here outweigh the demand? Also, let's look at the SPY. We haven't looked at that yet. Got a minute left. What that SPY looking like? SPY is just sitting up here at 412s. Had the little bounce off the 200 moving average. And just sitting calmly there. Okay. So no big rush on the SPY. And now in INAB top volume mover above $1. You know, of course we got BBBY, but it's negative 33%. So we had a high up here of 266. Draw a little bit of resistance here. All right, so market is now open. Let's see how this thing wants to fall. So we got, what in the world? Oh, okay, okay, I see. POA, LG, blah, blah. INAB came down here and touched what, the 225-ish level. HOLO pumping up there. Had a high up there of the 363s. Green on the day though. NAB coming back green. Going back and looking like it wants to test the high of the 267's previous high, with the next high going towards the 275's $3. Pushing now. $18 million shares traded on this one. Pushing like crazy towards 3. Let's see what happens at 3. Up 10%, so it's the biggest percent gainer right now. Here's NAB continuing up, touching exactly that resistance level we had there. High of the 289s, right under the $3. Okay, coming on back down to the previous top of the previous candle, which is the 265s. Bed Bath and Beyond did get up there to 22 cents, but that range though is that range is scary, man. TMPO going under $1 or heading towards $1, down 16%, with had no reason to be up anyway. Go ahead and remove that one. NAB now doubling TMPO's volume. If we look over here on the scans, we can see NAB is taking the lead on the day, doubling the volume of pretty much everything else that's above $1. So for right now, as long as it's number one, it's really the only one. Oh, Hola took a big dump down there from the 347s. The shorts got him. All right, Getty coming on down. So yeah, this is gonna be my top mover. I'm looking, if I do see a setup, I'm looking for about 2,000 and 3,000 shares on this one, and only looking for about 10 cents. But looking at this first, I want to see how the range of this first candle, which is what, 234, 233 up to 280. So about a 50-cent move during intraday on that first candle. So what would be 25% of a 50-cent move is the question. 50 times 25 cents, or no, 25%. About a 12-cent winner is what I'll be trying to lock in. Want to see this thing back to 171. Lori still says Hola is a great buy. Is this coming down? Let's see where it's at. At $3. Had the gap here from 274, but the thing is, it might be a swing. Might be a swing or something, but looking at the daily chart, looks like it has a reputation of giving back. Look at Hola up here to 35, drop down to $1, pumps up to 18, drops down, and now we had another pump today, which leaves us with this candle. This candle on daily. I mean, the only place I would see maybe an entry is like, I don't know, closer to 250 maybe. See how it plays within this previous candle. If it dumps too much, then oh well. But I don't know. Still coming on down though, through the $3 right there. Very nasty daily pattern. INAB coming on down, so it did stop at their resistance that we had calculated up there based on previous data. We'll see where it falls to. But at this point, I like to let the candles close because you never know how far a candle can drop. Like right now, it just looks like it's just holding. But without it closing, without the 15-minute and confirmation from these others closing, you don't know if this thing just takes off to the downside and now you're into a halt down or something like that. So that's why I have to. I'm a lot more patient on that. I'll wait for the fall. The fall and the slow of momentum. I just don't care about a quick fall. I want to see it hit a wall where buyers are like, nope, no lower, no lower. Acon halted up. Only 8 million shares traded. It's in competition, direct competition with INAB. Not direct competition. I mean, it only has 8 million shares on it, and INAB is what? Tripling its volume. Let's see, 8 times 3, 24. So yeah, tripling its volume. We jump over here to TOS one more time. Look at these scans. We can see NAB holding the top position. IMPO, I mean not IMPO, TMPO with 15 million, getting doubled there. Tesla behind that, catching up with TMPO, and then everything else under 10 million. We can see the relative volume on this thing out here at 7.67. Very high relative volume on these top two, on TMPO and on INAB. So the body of this previous candle may become a little bit of resistance at 255. I'll put that as resistance. Looks like it's slowing down around there. We'll see if it can hold the top of the body of that candle. Let's go red, baby. Yes, sir. Right now, VWAP is at the 262s. It is below VWAP by 10 cents. Let's see if retail starts to give up on it. Let those shorts take over. Hola continue down, down 10%. Any other low floats over here? We got Acon up there. We got our eye on TMPO is about to be off, going under $1 now. Looks like it wants to break down $1. Down 19% since the open. Yeah, okay. This is going to be my #1 watch on the day. INAB, for it to play this range in between the play the range in between the 150 up to the $3 is what I'm looking for. Just stay in that range. Breaking down that 250, can we go ahead and break the 225 and get down to $2? And go ahead and break that too. Break all that. Let the shorts get their profit off. And think about it, the shorts, if they were shorting at this obvious level, they shorted at what, 280s, like Lori called out. Everybody could see that obvious level across the board, right? So where's the obvious level for them to take profit? Would it be returning back to these this low here of the $2? They could take some here on the 4-hour. If we look at obvious levels here, it's one at the 2. There's a top here right around that $2 as well. There's another one here they can take off at 170, and then another one here at the 150s. So, you know, when will they be done taking profit is my question. And then after they're done taking profit, that's when I want to attack. Looking at the daily chart on TOS, we can see that it hit this high up here, and this is our daily candle here. So to pull back up green on the day, it will need to rise about 25 cents up here back to this this level. But right now, it does have the 200 moving average down here at the 193s. So I'm just going to let it play and see where it wants to hold up, if it wants to hold up. But as long as it continues to get that volume, I am interested. Interested in a short squeeze, because the best shorts are already in. They're already getting their profit right now. They got in right here at 280 and played off that level, and they're in the green. Was this the first stopping point that it's stopping at right there? Let me see. Not really. It's just taking a little bounce here off the 225 level, but that level isn't an obvious level of holding. So it should break down. Should break down here. $36 million shares traded on this bad boy. I like it. This little bounce though was what, 12 cents, right? From 225 up here to the 245s. If you were going by my calculation of that first candle, you know, that 12 cent, you would have got that winner right there. But I'm looking for a little bit better. I'm looking for an edge in my favor. You know, if it continues to give consistent 12 cents, the probability of me being able to take 12 cents is very high. Especially on 3,000 shares. I don't know how much that'll be. 3,000 shares, 12 cents. That's 360 bucks. But since that was not an obvious support, I'm looking for it to break down. And this is one of the reasons that I stopped using trend lines a lot. I just use support and resistance because I noticed, like on my trades, when I'm trying to follow a trend line, man, the price action can break a trend line by so much and put you in so much pain, then just jump back up there. It's like, man, let me just get a support, bro. These trend lines gonna kill me. And I want obvious support. I don't want a support that I made up in my head. I want something that everybody can see. Clear, obvious support, clear, obvious resistance. So if it does hold up this 225 here, hey, I'm just gonna let it. It would be just like Friday when we saw MGRX or whatever. Let it do its thing. I think it was MGRX. Yeah, this one where it just held up, just like this one's doing. It came up here and just would not break down, and then eventually had the big sell off there. And now the range, let's see, this range is from 225 up here to the 250, so about a 25-cent range here. Previous candle was from the 235 up to the 290s, so about a 60-cent range. So drop from 60 cents down to like 25 cents. Looking for those shorts to hammer it though. An indecision on the 4 hour, but still still an indecisive red candle, so shorts are still in control. For it to go back green, it would have to get back over the 255s. Sometimes it does take it a while to actually break down. That's where the patience comes in. It's like, sometimes I'd be like, oh man, this is a great thing. It's holding here, but I'm just being patient, waiting for these candles to close for true conviction. Where does this candle actually want to go? Where does this price action actually want to go? If it breaks back over VWAP, hey, I don't have a trade. I'm looking for a drop. And if it doesn't do what I want it to do, hey, I live to fight another day. Look on the level twos here. We can see there's a size here at the 234 is a 15,000 shares. So we'll see if they attack that 234. It's only 10 cents away from attacking that level. The next level is at the 220s, 19,000 shares. There's another one at $2. So it looks like about every 25 cents is what they're going for. And then there's one at the 150, 25,000 and 155. So of course, my entry where I was looking was the 175, but it just depends on how these ranges go. Is it going to grind down? What are the closing candles going to look like? Is my question. Looking for that 225 break. Right now, the larger time frames are telling me it's still got some momentum downward. Hasn't switched sides yet. '50s, 255s. Now remember, 255s was green on this candle. Can it hold 255 here? Finding a lot of resistance trying to go green on this candle. Can we get a nice little slam down? Previous top here was the 267 if you're just looking at the 15-minute. See if it can throw a little wick up there to 267 and come back down. Back on the 255s now. So it's gonna be on that struggle bus. Okay. All right. Drop the Discord link into the chat, which is where I'll continue talking about this one today. I'm still very interested. It has a crazy amount of volume. It has a little bit of range, but we want to see this thing get to an obvious level for entry. Right now, I'm looking at the 175, but I'm just gonna have to see how the rest of the day plays out. If anything else pops up, because this is Monday morning, so news can definitely continue to drop, and you may have something midday pop up that over or outshines this one. So we'll see definitely throughout the rest of the day. But I'm about to get to my morning meeting, my Monday meeting. And if you guys are going to continue trading, be careful. Definitely keep your head on a swivel. Watch that competition on the day. Is anything out competing your day trade ticker? And take those obvious entries. But yep, that's it for me today. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. This thing continues to push up to this 255 level and find resistance. Man, but anyway, I do need to get off of here. And as always, I'll see you guys. Man, I want to watch this, but I know I want the dip anyway. I just like seeing the shorts win. I just like to see them crush the longs. The cycles are interesting to me, but yeah, I'm gonna continue watching. I'll be in the Discord. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.